Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the ROAN running boards from RealTruck on this Ram 1500. The tools we'll be using for this installation are a 9/16, 13mm and 10mm ratcheting wrenches, a ratchet with 4mm Allen bit, and a level. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start off by assembling our driver's side running board. Now, I want to point out first of all how to distinguish between the driver's side and passenger side. If you know the angle here, it's a little closer to 90 degrees, and this one right here is a little more chopped. This is the rear, this is the front, so this is going to be our driver's side board. Next, what we want to do is we want to install our tread plates. Now, those tread plates are kind of the shape of the tread plates are about a mirror image of each other. So they're a little wider on this side and narrower here. And so this one's wider here and narrow on this side. So what we're going to do is find the appropriate tread plate, line up the holes on the tread plate to the holes in the step, and then we're going to use our supplied hardware. We've got an M6 bolt along with washer, and then we'll have a M6 serrated flange nut that goes on the bottom. We're going to put that together using a 4mm Allen wrench on top and then a 10mm socket or wrench on the bottom. All right, now make sure you repeat the same process on the opposite side, but do not over tighten the hardware. Okay, next what we're going to do is go ahead and assemble our brackets to our running board. Now this is the part of the bracket that touches the cab. What that's going to do, we're going to put that on the front side of the bracket that attaches to. So you'll also notice we got some square holes. So whenever we attach that, we're going to take a couple of carriage bolts and go through, let them seat into those square holes, and then slide them in. And then we're going to take some serrated flange nuts and put those in just hand tight for right now. We're going to do that for all 3 bracket locations. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom side of the truck. Now we are underneath the truck on the driver's side. This is our rocker panel underneath the cab. From the front to the back, what we're going to notice, we got 3 mounting locations where we've got, each mounting location is going to have 3 factory studs. Now those factory studs are an M8 factory stud. We've got a third one back here. we want to make sure that that is clear of any kind of overspray from paint. So you want to be able to take one of the supplied nuts and put it over there with no problems without it binding up. If they are binding, you want to make sure that you clear off any kind of overspray from paint with something like a wire brush, something like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and bring the board and set it in place. We're going to bring the brackets up into the factory studs and line the brackets holes up to the factory studs. It's recommended to have a second person to help you hold that in place because it is a heavy board. Once we get the brackets lined up to the factory studs, we're going to go ahead and use flat washer and M8 serrated flange nuts that are provided, and go ahead and put those on hand tight, 3 on each bracket. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to push up on the brackets and then snug these down. We're not going to torque them completely just yet, but we're going to snug them down to where it stays in place up high. Then we can set the level of the board. We're going to use a 13mm snug them. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to level the board. Now, I'm going to use a bullet level. This does have a magnet on it, so I'm going to put it on the bottom for the sake of this video so you guys can see it. It's really best to put it up on top and have someone adjust the level of the board while you tighten the brackets to the board. But essentially what we want to do is we want to bring up the board to where it's nice and level, and then go ahead and use a 9/16 and tighten down all 3 of your brackets with both of the serrated flange nuts to 20 foot-pounds. You can use 9/16 to do that. Now we can go ahead and do our final torque on the brackets to the cab. We're going to bring those to about 17 foot-pounds using a 13mm. Now go ahead and repeat the exact same process for the step on the opposite side. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts, visit us online, or check out our list of dealers near you.